Hello, this is Carrie Graves coming back to you with day one of our 7-day video series to cover all the ways that you can find the right online home business for you. As a home-based business entrepreneur, I've been where you are, and I've been in the process of trying to hone in and zero in on the right home business that met the needs that I had and also met the dreams that I had. Something that would take me where I wanted to go. And after 7 years of looking, I finally found the one business that wraps up all of the things that I was looking for. So in using that success, I want to come back around to you, and we're going to go through 7 videos worth of information to lead you down some of the considerations that you can have. And it's not to necessarily sell you my business, it's really just to present you with the various online businesses that are out there for you to look at, and some of the real strengths of some of them and some of the pitfalls that you need to look out for. And hopefully I can save you a little bit of the 7 years that it took me to really find the right one. So with that in mind, today's video is going to be specifically about covering the difference between an online home business and an offline home business, and what some of the peculiarities and some of the strengths of being online are over being an offline business. Again, we're also going to talk about some of the benefits of an online business. Some of them you may already know because you're looking for a business in an online setting. And then lastly, we're going to talk about the realities of internet marketing and being a marketer who has a presence on the internet, and how that's a constantly changing environment and what to do about that. So let's go ahead and get started. So really, one of the reasons that we're here is that I personally believe that an online business has significantly more to offer someone like myself over offline. And the reasons that I know that or believe that is because in the internet world, we have access to a global market. We have the ability to get online, and I think 1.7 billion people have internet access and can go to a Google or a Yahoo search engine or a Bing search engine and type in a question, and you can provide the answer to that question online. Whereas if you're offline, you can still do that, but newspapers are kind of going out of style. You have print media, which is expensive, and usually a 1% return is a good return. You know, there's strengths to that as well, but I don't know about you, but a 1% return rate on something on a piece of paper that I had to buy is not the same as being able to use email to market, or use Facebook to market, or use Google pay-per-click to market to this 1.7 billion people. If I got a 1% return on 1.7 billion people, I think that I could make an excellent living, don't you? So one of the things to keep in mind is when you're looking at a home-based business, and there are lots of them out there. You know, there are 79 million people in the United States and English-speaking worlds that are going to be looking to go online in the next 5 to 10 years. And right now there's a lot of people who are making a good living and an excellent living and an exceptional living doing an online business. And there's different types of online businesses that we're going to talk about in another video and how to break those down. But for our purposes here, this is focused on utilizing the internet to sell a product, okay? And a product can be anything from something tangible like a piece of soap or a shampoo or a nutritional supplement, or it could be something along the lines of information or a class or an educational piece, or a service like getting out of debt, modifying your mortgage, things like that. So there's a whole gamut of things that you can sell as a product, and really what is passionate for you or something that you believe in or can get around and get behind is really what you want to sell. It's really difficult to sell something that you don't believe in. We're going to talk about products again in another video as well. So in addition, we want to talk about the benefits of being online, and not just marketing to 1.7 billion people, but that being in an online business and having the ability to kind of press a start button on the hard work that you've done for marketing and have it start running and continue running for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that is powerful. That is something that offline marketing can't necessarily do for you. You still have to pick up the phone and talk to someone. You still have to close that sale, and you still have to take their check. Whereas in internet marketing, if you have your sales funnel, as it was called, set up correctly, somebody can come to you, observe your product, sell themselves basically on something, whether it's what they need or it isn't, and they can purchase it all at the click of a button, all without necessarily having to engage you. I think people need to know who you are, but they don't need to engage you to finish the sale. So having that 24-hour day service is incredible, an incredible advantage over an offline business. Additionally, it's portable. An online business can basically go wherever you have your computer and wherever you can get online. And in this day and age, that's pretty much anywhere you can use a cell phone. Broadband and internet service is available. You can use USB type broadcasts, and you can go anywhere, sitting on a beach, in an airport, at your neighbor's barbecue, whatever you feel like doing. You can check on how your business is doing. You can make an update on what you're doing, or you can communicate with a potential customer. That's extremely powerful, and I think that that's the kind of freedom ultimately that I was looking for and have now been able to experience. It is truly amazing to be able to take your business where you need to go. Some of the other things that really benefit you from being online is it truly can be home-based. Obviously, there's lots of advertisers on the internet, and there's lots of advertisers even elsewhere that talk about having a home-based business and creating a salary, creating an income that can free you from your concern about money. And having a flexible schedule is important because you can then utilize that lifestyle that you have now attained, that you can spend time with your kids, that you can go to those soccer games and basketball games and football games as they're growing up, that you can take time to care for a sick parent and not worry about whether you're going to have that paycheck or that 40-hour-a-week job to come home to. Those are really important pieces of having a flexible schedule, and those are just the ones that are basic about our everyday life. Some of the great things is that when you finally earn the money, that you have the flexibility to utilize it. That means you can take trips overseas. You could have a second home. You could have a cabin built right on the lake that you grew up next to. That you could take a ski trip with your family, and that you could drop what you need to do at your home and be able to be free of a job to be able to go and do that. That flexible schedule, I think, is what draws most of us to home-based businesses. And you know, there's nothing wrong with it. In fact, it should be our goal. Freedom and quality of life and finding our dreams and being who we are should be our ultimate goal with a home-based business, and to be able to enable our family members to do the same thing. The other thing about being self-employed or as an online home business person is that you're your own boss. You know, I know a lot of the people online and a lot of people who push home-based businesses say, you know, they call a job J-O-B. Well, most of us, you know, were born and raised to get one. I know I've had one on and off most of my life. It's an important part of the American culture is to get a job. You get life experience, you learn about yourself, you learn about your strengths and weaknesses. But ultimately, if you really want to set a dream for yourself or a goal for yourself, that is what getting to the exceptional amount of money is all about. Okay, is being your own boss. You could be your own employer if you wish, or you could just be your own LLC. You could be your own business. You could be your own company without any employees. Totally self-sufficient, totally on that flexible schedule, able to do what you want to do at the same time. So all of the home-based businesses share some of these characteristics, but online is that there is a level playing field to internet marketing. Specifically, businesses like Nike, Geico, all those companies that you see that have television commercials, they're on Google Pay-Per-Click. They pay Google to allow them to use the same system that you can use as an internet marketer to be able to drive traffic to your site and sell your product. So having that level playing field, they have access to the same 1.7 billion people. They have the same 4-line ad on Google, and they still have to compete with you. And having that kind of leverage and having that status on internet marketing is really what can put you over the top with your income earnings and leveraging your information and products.